Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Chinatown Detective Agency. And the time has finally arrived, guys. We did recon cases for Rupert and Tiger Lily and Kieran, and now it's time to decide which of the three is going to be our full-time client. And I asked you guys to leave me your votes in the comments of the last video, and despite the fact that Tiger Lily and Rupert both got some love, it looks like most of you, at least the ones who commented, want to see Amira join up with Kieran, Mr. Personality himself. I can definitely see why, being kind of a watchdog to all the corporate shenanigans going on in the cyberpunk world. I think we can get into some really good storylines. So, let's go ahead and call Kieran and let him know that he has himself a detective on retainer. Hi, Kieran Iyer speaking. Amira, this is excellent news. I'm glad to hear it. I was drawn to the National Water case the moment I started following the leads. If it's as bad as I think it is, well, the city's in trouble. As if it wasn't already in a mess as it is. The sooner we get started, the sooner we'll uncover just how much of the disease has spread within the government. 1 week later. Hi, Amira. It's Kieran. Swing by the office when you can. I've got a positive lead. Let's talk in person. I'll get there when I can. Alright, visit Kieran's office for updates. The state has failed. Please mind the gap. I expect to see this office get messier and messier every time we come here.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Got it. Thanks, I appreciate it. Listen, come by the office one of these days and let's get a drink. I'll hold you to it. Alright then, talk soon.
That's a dangerous amount of personality he's displaying.
Amira, thank you for joining me. Please, have a seat.
How's it going, Kieran? Fighting the good fight?
I like to think that if it's an uphill struggle, at least there will be a good view from the top.
So long as you can stay at the top of the hill.
Why do you climb a mountain? Because it's there.
Always thinking of the details, Amira. That's what I like about you. I don't wish to take up more of your time than is necessary. I have good news. We have our foot through the door.
Alright, fair enough. That's like an episode.
That was an old friend from my university days. He owns an AI investment company. He runs around the same circles as the people from Wu Wang.
Sorry, that was like an old sitcom and someone saying the title. And like, that struck me funny.
He is arranging a meeting with Miss Shi.
Sounds like you've got this covered, Kieran. Are you sure you need me?
I might have arranged the meeting and I can make the right phone calls, but you have the ingenuity and discretion in your repertoire. You'll be meeting with Miss Shi under the pretense that you're a wealthy private investor with close ties to the National Providence Fund.
Can I get some of those funds? My office is looking a little ragged.
The National Providence Fund?
Exactly. It's one of the few government-owned services that hasn't been bought out. Yet. Wu Wang wants them bad, and they won't refuse a meeting like this.
Will they fall for it? I mean, I don't know much about the inner workings of mega corporations.
Don't worry. This will be a exploratory conversation. You won't be talking details. Our agenda is to dig deeper, find a lead. Something that ties Wu Wang to the bribery of government officials.
So this corporation is so powerful, it's literally buying, like, government aid programs to the people and probably subsidizing them.
You'll be attending under the name Maria Murad.
An anagram of my own name, I see.
Forgive me, I couldn't resist.
It's a good name.
Leaving a breadcrumb trail isn't something we in the business would recommend. But it's done now, and the likelihood of anyone figuring that out, I'm sure we'll have no trouble.
Miss Maria Murad, this is to confirm your meeting tomorrow, April 19th at 10 a.m. Location, Wu Wang Tower, Tanjong Pagar. Look forward to meeting with you faithfully, Miji Aling, Vice President, Mergers and Acquisitions, Wu Wang Corp. Well, looks like I've got the time and the place. Anything else I should know?
Keep the conversation casual. Remember, they are trying to win you over.
Not the other way around. No sweat. I'll let you know how it goes.
Thank you. I'll wait for word.
It's kind of interesting what lines have voice acting and which don't. So they'll be meeting on a Sunday. Interesting. At Wu Wang Tower. So let's go ahead and go to Tanjong Pagar. The state has failed. Just, oh yeah, it looks like something that a bad guy would live in Tron. So it's going to be 10 a.m. the next day on the 19th. So let's go ahead and wait 12 hours. Well, let's do 14 hours. Just to... Oh, I may be slightly late now. 22... Oh, it's 24 hours. I'm sorry. I can do math. I swear. I swear I can. So that would be 10 hours. Let's do 9 hours. It's going back between like the normal clock that I'm familiar with in military time. Okay, now it's Sunday. It's still dark, but that's okay. Nice palm trees happening. Oh, 2 hours. And that should put us like right on time. Just a few more minutes. We're in the waiting room, I'd like to say. I'd like to think. And we'll click on as soon as it is time. This looks like the right place. Right on time. Well, technically, I still have to get up to her office. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Maybe should have shown up a little bit early. Compete. Is that an order? What happened to living harmoniously? Adapt. Are these paintings supposed to be somehow inspiring or instructional? It's kind of like the Sith equivalent to what we saw in the temple. Survive. Well, that's the plan. Do we even know what floor? Oh.
Laetitia, what are you doing here?
She is all over the shop, isn't she?
Amira, what excellent timing. I had a suspicion our paths would cross again.
Are you following me?
I was here before you. I should be asking if you're following me.
Why are you here?
Since the private investigator I asked to help me won't investigate on my behalf, I've been forced to take on the unsavory task myself.
Doing your own dirty work, look at you.
Turns out the information my ill-fated engineer, Mr. Pan, discovered was not just about the ingenious idea of a 3-tier water subscription service.
And the water being poisoned. On your watch.
Details, as I was saying. Not just about the water subscription, but also information about Wu Wang.
What information?
Oh, now, that would be telling.
Look at the time. I'm cutting it fine. I hope Miss Shi isn't a stickler for punctuality.
Yeah, I hope not. I always tend to show up early for appointments.
You might find it useful to know Xu Enling has a terrible memory. She's got post-its dotted about her office. One of them looked like a password hint. I have a mind for being successful and fabulous. Groundwork isn't my specialty. I leave that to the, specialist. Perhaps you'll have more luck.
Why are you helping me?
I'll level with you, Amira. My meeting with Xu Enling hasn't borne the fruits of information I had hoped. But maybe yours will.
I think one of the reasons I'm completely okay with the decision to go with Kieran is that Letitia seems to be the most outright villain. There wasn't really a bad guy that we could see yet with Rupert's story, and the stuff with the temple and Tiger Lily, that could go a bunch of different ways, but it's interesting going with Kieran, specifically because of Letitia.
Who or what are you supposed to be?
I'm playing the part of a wealthy private investor, Maria Murad. Pleased to meet you.
Maria Murad. An anagram of your name? Oh, really, Amira? I expected more from you.
I expected more from the government as well.
Yes, I know. Letitia, you're making me late.
Relax. In your little charade, you have money and power. People who possess those things don't care too much about turning up on time. I'm doing you a favor. You're far more authentic as a wealthy private investor if you're running late.
That's bleak.
That's the world we live in.
Hang on. You don't think I'm going to let you just leave again, do you?
Oh, absolutely. We can't have you missing your meeting now, can we?
Welcome to Wu Wang. We hope you have a productive day. At least they didn't meet on the elevator. I could have turned into a cat fight very quickly. Well, I'll see that in my nightmares. Ah, Miss Murad, so good to finally meet you. Pleasure's mine, Miss Shi. Impressive. I see your office occupies a whole floor of the building. What can I say? We have no trouble affording the square footage. Nor filling it with choice items. I noticed the interesting selection of art in the lobby. Ah, yes, you can thank my boss for that. Bit of a Darwin enthusiast. He lives by the mantra that doing things differently will ensure our survival, no matter the economic climate. Well, I'm aware of your expansion into the MRT and National Water. The additions to your portfolio must be serving you well. I see you've done your homework. Might I interest you in a beverage? I have a busy day, Miss Enling. I would appreciate it if we could get right to the point. Of course. Tell me, what is your interest in the National Providence Fund? Well, if it's not too forward a question, Miss Murad, may I ask what your investment level in the NPF is? It's a crass question from someone who hasn't yet indicated what my purpose for being here is. May I remind you, you invited me here? And I have plenty of other places in need of my time and money. Yes, it is often the way that investors such as yourself want to increase your wealth without mentioning the word money. I find your tone rather rude, Miss Shi. Well, for that I apologize. Why is it then I can find no record of your stake in the MPF? Like you, Miss Murad, I do my homework. With all due respect, Miss Shi, privacy is something I prize dearly. I do not know you. If I deem your offering appropriate, I will give you the details you need. My guess is Wu Wang are looking to make your own investment in the MPF. My question is why? Wu Wang only wants to take on companies where we see potential for growth tied into the prosperity of a nation. We have been building our portfolio with great success. The MPF would make a pleasing final piece of the puzzle. And you want to know whether MPF is a good bet. I want to know how to secure a majority stake. And the benefit in me supplying that information would be a guaranteed increase in the return on your investment. You might think of it as a symbiotic benefit. Please excuse me a moment. Yeah, this is going well. Hello? How did you get this number? I'm in the middle of a meeting. What do you mean, a delivery? You must be mistaken. Fine. You can leave it in the lobby. Right. Okay. I'll be contacting your manager about this. I'll be down in a moment. I apologize, Miss Murad. There's been some sort of delivery error. I will just be a few minutes. And off she goes. So there was stuff on the wall, what Letitia said. Going down. Hello, Jialing. We hope you're having a victorious day. Well, that was serendipitous. Right. No time to waste. I need to find those password clues and get into her computer before she gets back. 16, 15, 14. Oh, okay, that's the elevator. There's a globe. Philosopher. Hello there, tiny robot. Hack. Enter password. Okay. Look for password clues. For someone who's all about the future, she sure does like her antiques. New password. Built in Woolwich. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at Woolwich. I have to do a little bit of contortioning because my phone's on a charger. Okay. Woolwich. Oh, home to the Royal Arsenal. Okay, so I assume that's a cannon. Maybe. Let's look at the rest. It is not the strongest of the species that survives, not the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change. Charles Darwin, 1809 to 1883. Why would you say something so controversial, yet so brave, Charles? It appears that nothing could be more improving to a young naturalist than a journey in distant countries. Charles Darwin, 1809 to 1883. Oh, what was the name of the... I know it was built in his ship. The one that he actually went to the Galapagos Islands. Darwin ship name. The HMS Beagle. I might not be a student of natural history, but I sure can appreciate journeying to distant countries. Now what about this little droid here? Looks like Johnny 5 has a clue for me. The vessel. Okay. The Beagle, just like Snoopy. That's it. I'm in. Let's see what we've got. Mostly meeting correspondence. Huh. Weightlifter Weekly. Interesting. I never would have had Ji down as a weightlifter. I suppose that's a lesson in not judging a book by its cover. But this could be something. Several emails between Jianling and H.W. Teller at maestromail.com. They appear to be bank transactions, but it has no names, no details of recipients. It's like it's been kept purposely blank. This doesn't look like a normal bank statement to me. This reeks of hiding something. Oh, okay, that's a fast freaking elevator. Please accept my apologies, Miss Murad. I had to receive a delivery of champagne, a full case, from an investment partner, likely quite happy with our last endeavor, and the lift usually runs like clockwork. Now, where were we? Forgive me for being so direct, but I need to ask. All of your activities all, shall we say, above board? A bold question. What makes you ask that? A lot of people in a position of wanting to, as to put it, increase their wealth want to have the outcome but remain ignorant of the process. I like to know where my money is invested and what guarantees there are. I want to know whether the company who promises to make me more money will do so by any means necessary. You have my personal guarantee that anything we work on together will be just as rewarding to you as it is to us. We have a knack for making smart investments, Miss Murad. Very good. I'm running late for my next meeting. I'm sure you understand. My assistant will be in touch. Perhaps we can arrange another meeting. That would be splendid. I'm hoping to see you again. Good day, Miss Murad. Going down. Wu Wang hopes you have enjoyed your visit and wishes you a productive day. Thank you, little droid, by the way. 3 hours later.
So, how did it go in the Lion's Den?
I tried to get her to admit to dodgy dealings, but she plays the game well. But still, I learned a few things that might be of interest. Wu Wang is embarking on this campaign, I suppose you can call it. They're building a portfolio of public service assets.
I question the ethics, but no crime in that.
She said the Singapore Providence Fund would be a pleasing final piece of the puzzle. I did find some strange emails pertaining to what seems to be bank information. It was too light on detail to be above board. The sender is a H.W. Teller at maestromail.com.
A generic account from a generic email service.
Tracing the emails back to a definitive source, that's the problem.
I'm glad that
Without
Justin's
that,
with us.
We're at a dead end.
I wonder if Justin would be... Probably not. I don't know if he'd have anything to do with Rupert or Tiger Lily, so I'm glad that we're working alongside our friend.
What about the name? H.W. Teller. Doesn't that tell us something? Could it be a play on words? Some sort of hint to head in the right direction?
Teller. Another word for storyteller?
Oh, Lord. Hi, Letitia.
Or someone who works in a bank. For a place filled with law types and do-gooders, this office is awfully easy for a criminal to walk into.
Quick, go! Shoot her!
Miss Marlowe, what are you?
Marlowe? The Letitia Marlowe?
People used to say that with awe, you know. Not with a confusion of disgust and shock.
How did you find me here?
You're not the only one who can do a bit of sleuthing.
I assume this isn't a social call?
Well, I had thought we might go for another drink.
Ignore her, she's being cheeky.
Oh, we have her number now? Awesome.
We crossed paths at a bar when I was working the Gilbert Marr lead. We do not, as she appears to be implying, socialize.
Oh, pity. I suppose you don't want my help then. Such a shame for my wealth of knowledge to go unshared.
Oh, I wonder if she's going to serve as a hint.
Whatever you're doing right now isn't amusing, Laetitia.
Whereas watching you scramble about in the dark is.
You've got a lot of swagger for a criminal about to be cuffed.
When you know as much as I do, swagger is inevitable. You think that delivery to Miss Xu was an act of divine intervention?
That was you?
Well, thank you, Letitia. I feel like if we take too much help from her, it'll be like making a deal with the devil.
Like I said, I might be of help.
But how did you arrange a delivery of champagne so quickly?
Is that what Miss Xu said was delivered?
From her happy investment partners.
Clever. She's obviously on a mission to impress you. There was no champagne. It was a delivery of nothing. A false alarm. I should know. It was me who made the call. Feel free to thank me. Anytime.
It's time to give the act up, Laetitia. Quit being mysterious. What do you know?
HW Teller. HW stands for Halliday Wealth, a wealth management subsidiary of Bickerstaff Brothers Financial. It's an offshore bank with branches across the world. I'm willing to bet Halliday Wealth is known only to those who are looking to stay under the radar, if you get my drift.
A private firm, quote unquote.
What evidence do you have of this?
The art of conversation with several government officials has led me to the knowledge that many of them use Halliday Wealth.
It's not a crime to use a bank account.
Justin's right. The way I see it, you've got nothing.
Do you have any actual evidence that Halliday Wealth's dealings are shady?
Call it well-informed intuition.
Letitia would never have an account with them, heavens no.
Let's just say the kinds of people I've been crossing paths with lately, if the outer apple is rotten, it's likely the core is too.
I'm kind of distracted by the blinking on the side of her face. I know she's probably has like a Bluetooth earpiece or something like that, but I'm wondering if there's another reasoning behind that blinking.
And who have you been crossing paths with lately?
You should know Amira. A good investigator never gives away her sources.
That's journalists.
Whatever, you know what I mean. At some point, Amira, you need to realize you and I will work better as accomplices, not enemies. Now, I am going to leave, and you are going to let me.
Whew, the stones on this lady.
Is that right?
When you're finished overanalyzing which side of the law is which, and you realize that all that matters is finding the truth, give me a call. Maybe I can help.
I can still run after her, you know.
No. Let's let her be for a while longer. She's helping even if her methods are shady. We need all the help we can get.
The cheek.
It's hard not to admire her confidence.
Those emails could be our way of finding concrete evidence of bribery.
What are you suggesting?
Maybe she's right. Perhaps we need a new approach. Truth is what matters here. If Laetitia has skills and knowledge that can help us access those emails...
Yeah.
I think we all know that's not something I'm allowed to do, or to help you do. But, as far as I'm concerned, I've told you where I stand on things. Whether you choose to listen is, well, entirely up to you.
I wonder if that's going to change the endings if we decide to help her or use Letitia or not. Ayo. I'll see what I can do from my side. See if we can, I don't know, bend the rules a bit, Lay.
I'd appreciate that.
Right. Let's get you paid for your hours. Let's talk again when we have a clear way forward.
I know I don't need to tell you to be careful, Amira. Ooh, well. That was the foot through the door. 1 week later. Oh, hi, Kieran.
No, I'm always up, always ready. You got good news for me, Kieran?
Hopefully Kieran will have good news for Amira, guys, but we are going to find that out in the next episode. Hope you all have enjoyed it. We have made our choice. But if you guys like the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.